Hey guys, I know I haven't really been doing a whole lot of videos like this lately, but um so so I went out earlier. As you can see, I had to go to Dollar General to get some stuff. But I went outside. It was pretty nice out for the most part, but then of course, as soon as I leave Dollar General, it's fucking hot. Like I was walking down there, it was sunny out. It was actually kind of cool. It's been really cool here at night, and I've been opening my window. But so it was nice and cool and it was sunny. I get out of Dollar General. It's like dark and it's hot. And I'm like, why? Why is it it was cool when I was coming down, but then I leave and it's fucking hot. But I went outside. Lucifer, Lilith, and Meowsy were on the porch, and then Miko was in the yard. Um, was she saw a bird or squirrel or something, and she ran up onto the fence back there. It's like not it's a fence. It's not standing up completely, but it's not completely fallen down. It's kind of like it. But I walk over there and she sees me. She's like, and I walk over. I'm like, Miko. She's like, and then I take a step forward, and you know the cat thing that they do when they see you, they like to, roll on their backs because they're happy. Well, she tries doing that, but she's on the fence, so she can only like move back and forth because she's in between the boards of the fence. So she's like, and I'm like, what are you doing, Miko? And I go over to her, and then she kind of like tries to reach her face out, so I usually boop her on the nose and just give that a scratch, or I'll scratch her head. She's a grandpa's girl. She really is. She loves when grandpa comes out there. Um, I'll be sitting there and she'll come up and she'll jump up onto the little banister up there and then jump onto that table out there just so she can be next to me. Or she'll like sit like by my side on the ground next to the chair. She loves being around grandpa. Lilith is getting better with I can pick her up, I can hold her. She doesn't like being held. Like she'll let me hold her for a few like a couple seconds, but she doesn't like being held. She's still so small and fragile. I'm guessing she was a runt cuz she should be a lot bigger than what she is. But nothing wrong with being the runt. Sometimes the runts turn out to be fucking huge chunguses. My friend had one that was a runt, and he's mentally challenged. Like he is fucking huge. He is a big boy. And his name is Sean, and I'll go over to her house, and he's in the crate because he can't be trusted to be out because he likes to gnaw on wires. So he gets out plenty of times a day, but he has to kind of stay in the kitchen because there's no wires in there where he can get to. So I'll go over there and I'll take him out, and he's fucking like the entire length. He's huge, and he was the runt. So he's such a sweet boy though. He'll see me and I'll sit on the ground. I'm like, "Hi, Sean," and he's like, and he's got like this perfect little cartoonish looking pink nose. He's just adorable. Um, but he's huge. So being the runt doesn't always mean you're gonna be small. So Lilith could grow up to be big. She could be bigger than Miko, even though they're not related. Like I said, I don't know where her mom is, but Meowsy's not Lilith's mom. She just kind of came over here and just started hanging out. So, but yeah, Miko is a little grandpa's girl. Every time she sees me, she'll sit like I'll leave when I go out, and she'll be sitting on the steps when I come home, and she'll be like, and while Miko and or while Meowsy and Lilith are running under the house, not Miko. She's like, "Grandpa's here," and I'll walk up there. I'm like, "Miko," and she'll do the, on the rolling around thing, and I'll reach out. And she'll just so that way I can scratch her head. And she's a sweet girl. Lucifer also, he doesn't like to be pet, but he does listen to me. What was it this morning? So I put the food out, the wet food out for them. Now there's still hard food for him. He's usually the one who eats it, but he likes to run up here and like start scarfing down the wet food. But I'm standing there by the door, and I see him come up, and I'm like, Lucifer, and he's like, I'm like, stay where you are, and he just sits there and he just stops moving, and he just kind of like, and I'm like, because I once I tell him, I'm like, okay, you can eat now, because I want the girls to eat some before he just, no, because that's what he'll do. He'll just scarf it down and they won't get any. So I have to let them eat for a minute or two, and then he can have his. So I'm like, Lucifer, sit where you are. He'll sit there. I'm like, okay. I'll kind of like hand gesture him over, and that lets him know that he can go over there and eat. These cats, they're not stupid. They are incredibly intelligent. So anyone who thinks animals are fucking stupid, no. The ones who think that they're stupid are the stupid ones. Cats are incredibly smart. I think Sam proves that, which he's in here. Just by communicating with them, how they'll respond to you, how you can pick up on their patterns, they'll pick up on yours. They're not stupid. Yes, they lack the ability to actually speak, but they're not stupid. They know what they're doing. They're smart, and fortunately, all my cats are incredibly intelligent. So, isn't that right, Sam? He's like, I'm tired. Yeah, hard day. It's hard being a cat. Sam. Oh yeah. Hard, hard day being a cat. He's just exhausted, waking up and eating and shitting and then eating some more and sleeping and then going to piss and then eating. Yeah, real hard. He's not out there having to work. He's not out there having to make money. He's not out there having to you know, feed himself or whatever. No, it's all just there. And then he does this. Hard life for a cat. Um, but cat's outside there. Miko's growing. She's almost the same size as Meowsy. And Meowsy is just it's incredible how far she's come. Because like I showed you guys back when I was starting to film them in December, she wanted nothing to do with any of us. I look at her and she would run off. But now it's to the point where I'm able to sit out there, and if she's by the door for the porch, I'll sit down and I'll say, "Come here, Meowsy," and she'll come right up to me. She loves me giving her attention. And this is the same cat who you look at her the wrong way and she would run off. So just the fact that I got her this far to where I can say, "Come on, Meowsy," and where I can hold out my hand and she'll come up and first it was a slow process because I had to start petting her while she was eating to show that, hey, I'm not gonna hurt you. And then it started with that, and then I was able to pet her more while she was eating, and then it started to go to where I was able to pet her when she wasn't eating. Um, then it got to the point where she was waiting for me outside, where she would come out. I would go out there, and she would nudge against me and all that. To the point now where I'm sitting in the chair, and she just flat out comes up and constantly is around me, wanting to be petted on and all that. So she's made huge progress. I just wish I could have done that with Lucifer, but it's not going to happen with him. There's just some cats you can do it with, and some you can't. It's a bit hard to do with the male cats. But because it was easier because when it happened, she was pregnant, which means, they were a little more emotional, a little more needy. So her getting attention, it was kind of part of the whole pregnancy thing. So it was just fortuitous that it was during that period of her life. So I was afraid that she would kind of go back to the way she was before she, all of it. But no, she not only stuck with it, she's actually improved even more. So, hopefully we get to the point where she'll just jump up on me. I mean, I can like rub under her belly, like I'll put my hands around her and I'll like scratch under her belly and stuff, and she doesn't mind. But then when I pick her up, she's like she'll let me hold her for like a second or two, and then she'll spaz out. So, but she's made a lot of progress. Like, cause she came around the same time that Venti did. Now, obviously, I didn't have to work with Venti because he was already incredibly sweet, the perfect cat, really. But then, she was here and she's like, Doom. So, but yeah, a lot of progress being made. Just my little Miko, she just was this big and she didn't want anything to do with me. I picked her up the first time, she was like, and now she's my best friend and she loves Grandpa. And it's just like a little thing we do. I see her and I just arms to the side. I'm like, Miko. Even if she's not in trouble, I kind of make it look like she's in trouble. I'm like, what are you doing, Miko? And she's like, Grandpa, nothing. I'll pick her up and I'll, give her a kiss on the head. And she's like, Grandpa, stop. Not in front of Mom. So, but she's a good girl. They're all nice. I always get lucky when it comes to animals. None of that, like, some people like, oh my god, my cat is a fucking jerk off. I mean, he's a jerk, but he's not a jerk off. Like, you see him, he's perfectly sweet. He loves the attention, constantly comes up here when I'm trying to record and smacks into my mic, and, he loves the attention, and he is sweet. But, yeah. 12-minute video about cats. Well, anyways, just thought I'd tell you about the cats in the day. Let the cats in the day and the night. Yeah, it's actually, like I said, it's been pretty nice out. So, actually, what is it right now? Probably like still like 70 something. It doesn't get to like 60 something degrees. Oh, it says it's 58. Or actually 64 right now. How is it? Almost 11. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. 7 o'clock. 59 degrees. 7 o'clock in the morning. That's usually when I've been going out. For the past couple days, I've been going out in the morning because it's nice out. So why not? But it's still hot during the day. Can't wait for it to fucking get cooler out. It's so weird. It's like, it looks like autumn, but it still feels like summer. Like even though it's still supposed to stay light, lighter more, but instead of getting dark at 8:30 like it used to, now it's getting darker like 7 o'clock, 7:30. So, because there are times where I went to Dollar General at like 8 o'clock, 8:30, and it was still light out, and it wouldn't get dark till almost 9. Now, because we're getting to fall and everything, now instead of 8:30 of getting dark at 8:30, now it's getting darker like 7. Because when I went out, it was like 7 o'clock, and it was already almost pretty much dark. It was, like I said, it was light out, but it was basically right there at sunset. And then I was only in there for 10, 15 minutes at most. And when I came out, it was dark. So it's getting darker sooner now, but saying at least it's getting nicer out at night. I like being able to open my window at night. I just wish we could just keep it open during the day, but you can't because it's hot. That's why I love the winter and fall and winter, because it's nice, crisp, fresh air. You have the window open, your room's nice and cool. especially after a day of working in a fucking hot ass factory. You know, because I've said before, right now it's like go to work, the factory's hot. I finish work, the bathroom is hot, the canteen is hot, the lobby is hot, and outside is hot. So there's no reprieve from the heat anywhere. But in autumn and winter, I go to the factory and I work. If it's hot in there, I can go outside and cool off down there. Come home, have my window open during the autumn and winter. I just keep my window open when I'm gone, so that way, even if it gets freezing, my room is still, cool to where I can cool down a little bit before, because the heat doesn't turn on here very much during the fall and winter, so. Plus, I've got the space heater and all that. And I just turn that on for a few minutes, heats up the room, turn it off, and it's fine the rest of the day. So, yeah, just can't wait for winter or fall rather. We're also having a festival of some kind for like 10 days. I might go down and record some of that. I don't know. It's a 10-day festival. I don't know what's gonna be there, but it says it's for 10 days. So. It's October, like it starts October 13th or some shit like that. I don't know. Um, but it's 10 days. Don't know what, like we had a Celtic festival here, which was only a couple of hours, but they stopped that because I guess funding. But apparently we have enough funding for a fucking festival 10 days long, so. But I'll try to go down and record that, and if there's good food and whatnot and music, and just to check it out. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.